Me on LinkedIn, Charlie, why do you want a house price crash? And it made me put my head in my hands because I don't want a house price crash. House price crashes, as they're called, are terrible for almost everybody. I have never wanted a house price crash. I call it a slide, not a crash anyway. But that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be one. And if there is going to be one, it's important that people know it's coming rather than don't find out until it's too late. So, what I have been trying to warn people of is what I see happening with house prices. And I don't care if I turn out to be wrong. I would rather be wrong about having warned people they're going down and they don't than I would be to say, hey, they're not going to go down, and then they do, because that's what catches people out. But why don't I want one? And what do I want? Because I do want affordability, and I do want more people to be able to afford their home, and more people to be able to move home when they need to move home. I want houses to be more affordable. And yes, if house prices do crash, then that will make affordability better for some people. But it'll also do a huge amount of economic damage to people in the process, and her unemployment and her businesses, and have all kinds of other knock-on effects that are not in any way desirable. What I want more than anything is for people who need to move home to be able to do so easily. And for that, I want transparency. And the transparency is the one thing massively lacking in the home moving industry and in the housing market. There is no transparency. That's why I built Best Agent. That's what I'm hoping to achieve with Best Agent, is to actually bring transparency. Whatever's happening, because the market will do what the market does. Whatever people like me or anyone else say, trying to talk the market up or trying to talk it down, it will only do what it can do under its normal natural forces. The only things that change that will have an effect on the housing market are policy, government policy, fiscal policy, monetary policy. Those are the things that affect house prices more than anything else, because they affect the economy, and the economy affects people's income, and people's income is what affects house prices more than anything else. Why don't I want a house price crash? Because as we're already seeing, it leads to a drop in transaction volumes. And a drop in transaction volumes means that people who need to sell can't sell because the buyers aren't there. And you might be saying, well, they should just drop their price. There are people who need to sell for other reasons, not because they're trying to cash in profits, because they just need to move house, and now they can't because maybe they're now already in negative equity. House price crashes cause more instances of negative equity, which lead to more instances of people losing their home. I do not want that. Okay, you might say, well then, Charlie, how do we get improved affordability without house price crash? Well, the way of achieving that with the least collateral damage would be for house prices to nominally stagnate and stay the same while incomes rise. And that would gradually improve affordability without the collateral damage of a house price crash. House price crashes cause people to lose their jobs, cause businesses to go under, and they also very badly damage the industries that help people move house. Now, there are some companies that won't survive this, and the industry will be better off without them. Some. But there are other very, very good businesses, good estate agencies, and good mortgage brokers who will suffer here, who don't deserve to, as a result of a house price crash. And that's why people don't like to talk about it. The other reasons that people in the industry don't like to talk about it, because no one's going to, you can't expect estate agents to say, well, house prices are definitely going to crash, because what home seller would want to instruct that estate agent? Privately, lots of agents admit to me that, yeah, it's absolute carnage and house prices are tanking, but they cannot be seen to say that publicly because their clients wouldn't like it. Their home selling clients wouldn't like it. And I get that. And that's why you see some agents who are no doubt telling the truth, saying that actually their business is doing okay and house prices are holding up where they are. Of course, an estate agent will publicly say that. But the ones who are seeing very steep price falls at the front line don't want to say it publicly, not because they want to cover up that it's happening, but because their clients won't like it. So I just wanted to put this video out there to correct the misunderstanding that I somehow want a house price crash. I don't. I was trying to buy a house in March this year, right? Despite the fact that I saw prices falling. And it doesn't benefit me in any way for house prices to crash. If I'm buying in a couple of years' time and they come down, will I be better off, have more choice? Possibly. But right now, it actually hurts me, hurts my business. It's not something that I want, and I certainly don't want the collateral damage from it. That doesn't mean it's not happening. And because it is happening, without any doubt in my mind, I am trying to make sure people are aware of it happening, because the headlines don't, on balance, tend to say that. The headlines are saying, oh, there's no house price crash. Oh, house prices aren't falling. Oh, the house price index is, oh, look, they're actually going up, which is incredibly misleading and confusing for people. And I'm trying to clarify and bring transparency to what's actually happening. So that's what I'm doing. I hope that answers some of people's questions. I want transparency for house prices, accountability of what estate agents do, and I want more people to be able to move home when they need to be able to move home, and for everyone to have a home. That's what I want. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.